This is Michael Larson. He sells ice cream. He is 34 years old. This is going nowhere for him. He knows it. His girlfriend knows it. His bank account definitely knows it. But somewhere between the soft serve and the existential crisis, Michael Larson has a gift. America's biggest television network does not know this yet, but they're about to find out. Before Michael was an ice cream man, he was in the candy business. Yes, that's him. Little 12 years old Michael Larson. Even then, Michael had a gift for connecting the dots, spotting systems and finding the part that didn't quite add up. He'd noticed something. Every time the teacher turned to write on the board, same window, maybe 4 seconds, maybe 5. 4 seconds was enough. By the end of the week, he had 11 customers. By the end of the month, he had a waiting list. He got caught eventually. They always do the first time. But here's the thing about Michael Larson that you need to understand. He wasn't running a candy business. He was running an experiment. He had spotted a pattern, a predictable repeating gap in the system, and he had exploited it for profit. Methodically at 12 years old. That instinct never leaves him. As an adult, he swung at everything: sales, jobs, side hustles, schemes that had too many moving parts and not enough capital. He wasn't reckless or anything. He was just looking. A pattern or a gap. Something the system hadn't accounted for yet. By 1983, he is 34 years old, and the ice cream truck is the latest chapter in a long book of things that didn't quite work out. The money isn't great. The hours are terrible. Oh, and the jingle. Michael hated that jingle. But every single day, behind that forced smile, that same brain that cracked the school's candy market at age 12 is still scanning the world for that one systematic gap. Then, on a Tuesday afternoon in September 1983, CBS puts on a brand new game show. It's called Press Your Luck. The premise is simple. Answer trivia questions to earn spins. Press a button to stop a spinning board full of cash prizes. Land on a whammy. Lose everything. Pretty straightforward, simple, and random. And for everyone who has ever played it, it is. Michael Larson is not everyone. He had just developed an itch in the back of his brain that is about to consume him entirely. He watches the first episode back, then the second, then the third. He's not watching the contestants, nor the host. He's watching the board. Then he buys a VCR. This is 1983. A VCR costs roughly what a small car costs. As an unemployed ice cream man, he buys one anyway.
Michael, what the hell is this?
What do you mean? It's a VCR.
I know it's a damn VCR, Michael. We're broke. Why the hell did you go buy a VCR?
It's an investment, babe. Just you wait and see.
Every episode of Press Your Luck that airs, Michael records it. He watches it back, frame by frame. Pause, study, rewind, again and again. For 6 months, Michael Larson does almost nothing else. He records every episode. He studies every spin. He maps every movement of every light on that board. And slowly, very slowly, a picture starts to emerge. The board isn't random. The most technologically advanced game show in America is cycling through exactly 5 patterns. The same 5 patterns. Over and over and over again. The producers of Press Your Luck knew the board only had 5 patterns. It was a budget decision carried over from the pilot episode. They simply never fixed it. Never felt the need to, because their calculation was simple. No ordinary person sitting at home watching a game show would ever be obsessive enough to find them. Knowing the board cycles through 5 sequences doesn't help you if you can't predict exactly where the light is going to land in real time, and with a live audience, watching your every move. So Michael goes deeper. Within those 5 patterns, he finds something else. 2 squares, square 4 and square 8, never contain a whammy. Every single time the light lands on either of those squares, cash and an extra spin. An extra spin means his turn never ends, which means if Michael can land on square 4 or 8 consistently, he can spin that board forever. So now begins step 2, and step 2 is brutal. He has to train his thumb. The patterns cycle fast, too fast to consciously think through in real time. He needs the timing to become instinct, muscle memory. So training begins. Spins, miss, spins, miss. He's at this for up to 18 hours a day, for months at a time. Until one day, hit. Perfect, perfect. CBS thought they had built a game show they believed was unbeatable. An ice cream man from Ohio just cracked the code. Except now, he still had to land an audition to even get onto the program. So in May 1984, Michael Larson spends the last of his money on a plane ticket to Hollywood. He has one shot at this, and he knows it. Getting onto Press Your Luck is not as simple as showing up. CBS holds auditions twice a day, 50 people per session, all of them desperate to get on television and win some money. Michael Larson has spent 6 months studying every inch of this show. He knows the board better than the people who built it. He has trained his thumb like an athlete trains a muscle. He is, at this precise moment in history, the single most dangerous person who has ever stood in this line. The man standing between Michael and that stage is Bobby Edwards, contestant supervisor, 20-year television veteran, the kind of man who can smell an angle from across a room. So Michael does what Michael has always done. He reads the room and gives them exactly what they're looking for. He tells Edwards,
I'm unemployed. I rode a Greyhound bus all the way from Ohio because I love this show. I can't even afford a birthday present for my 6-year-old daughter. The shirt that I'm wearing, bought it this morning at a thrift store down the street. 65 cents.
Edwards doesn't buy it. Not fully. He flags Larson as suspicious and recommends they don't put him on the show. Unfortunately for CBS, Bill Carruthers, the show's executive producer, sees something different. He sees a great television moment, a small-town underdog getting his shot at the big time. He approves Michael Larson for the show on the spot. Carruthers would later describe this as one of the biggest mistakes of his career. May 19, 1984. CBS Studios, Hollywood. 3 contestants, 30 minutes. Nothing unusual on the schedule. To his left, Janie Littress, a dental assistant from California. Sharp, competitive. 10 spins heading into the first board round. To his right, Ed Long, a Baptist minister from California. First, the trivia round, answer questions, earn spins for the big board. This is the one part of the show Michael cannot control, and it nearly derails him before he even gets started.
The $50 bill?
Franklin Roosevelt is on the dime, not the $50 bill. In his defense, he was watching a single TV show on replay for 6 months. He didn't read any books. The round ends as spins tallied. Janie, 10 spins. Ed, 4 spins. Michael, 3, dead last. Michael got fewest of any contestant, which means under the rules of the game, Michael Larson goes first. 6 months of preparation, 18 hours a day, hundreds of recorded episodes, thousands of practice runs with a VCR pause button. It all comes down to this moment. A whammy on his very first spin. Luckily for him, he is starting from 0, so the whammy costs him exactly nothing. Round 1 ends. Janie is in the lead. Ed is comfortable. Michael Larson is in last place with $0 and a whammy on his record. But the second trivia round goes better. Much, much better. Michael earns 7 spins, still in last place though, which means he still goes first on the board, exactly where he wants to be. And this right here is the moment Michael Larson stops being an unemployed ice cream man from Ohio. This is the moment Walter White stops being the nerdy chemistry teacher and unlocks Heisenberg. He presses square 4, $3,000, and another spin. Square 8, $4,000, another spin. Square 4, $5,000, $10,000, $15,000. The host is grinning. The audience is on their feet.
Michael, you are pressing your luck. One whammy, and it's all gone.
$40,000, $50,000. At this point, upstairs in the control booth, somebody notices something.
Something was very wrong. Here was this guy from nowhere, and he was hitting the bonus box every time. It was bedlam, I can tell you.
$80,000, $100,000. The producers want to stop the game. They are desperately looking for a reason, any reason to pull the plug. A rule violation, anything. There isn't one. Michael Larson has not broken a single rule. He memorized the patterns. He pressed his button. He is simply just unstoppable. All they could do was watch. On the game show in 1984, the average press your luck winner walked away with $10,000. Michael Larson has just crossed 10 times that amount, and he is still spinning. And then on spin 45, Michael Larson loses concentration. Michael makes a decision. He passes his remaining spins to the other players. He stops. Not because he's finished, because he's smart enough to know when to walk away. Ed Long, the Baptist minister from California. Whammy, first spin. He definitely didn't pray to God that day. Janie Littress, the dental assistant, then does something interesting. She passes her remaining 3 spins back to Michael. Her logic, 1 whammy and his entire total gets wiped. She'd rather gamble on his destruction than play it safe herself. Michael hits square 4, then square 8. Then on the 3rd spin, his concentration slips one more time. The light lands on square 17. For the first time in 47 spins, Michael Larson has no idea what's coming. Anything could happen here.
A trip to the Bahamas.
Luckily for him, it wasn't a whammy. The game comes to an end with final tallies. $110,237 in cash and prizes, the largest single-day haul in American game show history at the time. That is equivalent to nearly $350,000 today. The ice cream man had just successfully pulled off the biggest heist on national television. And the night is not over yet. CBS does not take this well. The network launches a full investigation. Every department head in the building piles into a room and reviews the tape, frame by frame. The exact same thing Michael Larson did on a VCR he could barely afford. They look for hidden transmitters, signals from the audience, a producer on the take, anything that could explain what just happened on their stage. After weeks of investigation, CBS reaches the only conclusion the evidence supports. Former executive Bob Bowden summed it up plainly. He hadn't cheated. He was just smarter than CBS. A few weeks later, they mail him a check. Then they quietly reprogram the big board with 27 additional patterns, cap future winnings at $75,000, and bury the episode so deep that it wouldn't see the light of day for 19 years. CBS's official response to being outsmarted by an unemployed ice cream man was to pretend it never happened. Haha, it happened.